Our Hebrew brothers and sisters, the 12 tribes of Israel, scattered all over the globe. And we say the world. One viewer said not to say the globe because nobody's on the globe. To say the world, the earth, all over the earth. My brothers and my sisters, I just want to say Shabbat Shalom. And we're sorry that we're coming to you so late in the Shabbat, but we've been having some technical issues and trying to solve these issues. You know, Satan is trying to hinder YAHUAH'S work, and whatever we try to do for him, Satan is there trying to hinder us. You know, he can't stop us, but he can thwart what we try to do, put a little bit of stumbling block here and there so that things don't happen, the time when they say we're supposed to have the thing done. It doesn't happen like that. So today we want to say Shabbat Shalom, and we want to say we hope you're enjoying your Feast of Tabernacle. Tomorrow, the 16th, is the end of it, and we know that many people don't practice it, but it's something that we as Hebrew Israelite need to do because our ancestors did it as Yahuwah commanded them to have done it, before they get into the land that was promised to them. Of course, they're not there now, and they're all over the world, all over the earth, scattered all over the place. So wherever they are, they're supposed to remember, right? Wherever they are, just remember what Yahuwah had done and the command that he has given, and the command still stands for us as his children, So let me say this, my brothers and my sisters, those of us who are awakened, we are to keep the precepts, keep the law, keep the commandment, keep everything that Yahuwah said, keep his word. My brothers, we have to live righteously in this present world. Don't allow anyone to take our joy. Okay. We know that over the years, we've been going through all kinds of troubles and problems, and we're living in a world that is fearful. And so today we want to, bring the Shabbat meditation to us. And we want to talk about living in a fearful world, living by faith in a fearful world, because my brothers and my sisters, whatever the Gentiles created, we are in it, okay? We are in it. We are in it. And let me say this, that it's not just us, though, because even some of the descendants of the Gentiles, some of those who created it, their children and their grandchildren, they are inheriting the harvest of some of the things that they did, because, at one point things were going very well for them. Now things are going, contrary. It's not going the way they had planned. It happened for them for a while, but, and even though today is not going the way they have planned, because they are still in control, and here on earth, they are still in control. They're able to pull, like we said this way, they have the handle of the knife, right? So, and we have the blade. So we have to be careful now, because when they pull, they have the handle. We have the blade. We don't have any power. The blade doesn't have the power like that. The person who have the hand, the whole weapon has the power, because they can pull, they can push, they can chop, they can do anything. You have the handle. You're holding the handle. When they pull it, what's going to happen? You're going to lose your hand, right? Praise be to Yahuwah. So, but you know what? Above those who have the the handle. Yahuwah is in charge of everything. He is in charge. In Psalm 46 it said, the heathen rage, but let me say this, the Yahuwah of hosts is with us. The Yahuwah of hosts is our refuge, my brothers, my sisters. So then, we're going to be looking at Psalm 4, verses 1 through 8. And we're not going to finish in the 15-minute session. We're going to continue because there's some things we want to say, okay? But my brothers and my sisters, you talk about the fear that we're living in, if you remember 9/11, you remember 9/11, just to use it as an illustration of how fearful the world is. We're going back to 9/11, right? And things have not gotten better since that time. Okay, we may not have a whole lot of planes hitting buildings, but we have had a whole lot of other stuff that are happening among us. And among the things that are going on in the Gentile world, we also have, the trouble of, Jacob's trouble. We have that too, all right? And we have to face up with that. We have to, confront that, okay? All right. There's Psalm 4, verses 1 through 8. It said, hear me when I call, O Elohim, O my righteousness. It said, thou hast enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me and hear my prayer. O ye sons of men, how long will ye turn my glory into shame? How long will ye love vanity and seek after leasing? Selah, and the word Selah there comes to the end of a stanza. He said, but know that Yahuwah has set apart him that is godly for himself. Yahuwah will hear when I call unto him. Stand ye in awe and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. And it comes to another stanza and says, Selah. Offer the sacrifices of righteousness and put your trust in Yahuwah. There be many that say, who will show us any good? Yahuwah, lift thou up the light of thy countenance upon us. Thou hast put gladness in my heart more than in the time that their corn and their wine increase. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep. For thou, Yahuwah, only makest me dwell in safety. Yahuwah promised to have his richest blessing and his word. We talk about the fear. We talk about the fear, my brothers, my sisters. I remember 9/11. I was traveling from Jacksonville to Atlanta. I was going to a meeting at the mission office. And so when I got to Jacksonville at the airport, it was crowded. It was really crowded. I've never seen so many people traveling that like I saw that day, believe me. And I've seen many people, but I've never seen many people in the Jacksonville airport. It was filled with people. A lot of Islamic people were there too, dressed in white. Ladies in white and men were in white garment, headdress and everything like that. But there was a problem with the plane leaving because I waited about 45 minutes. They said something was wrong with the nose of the plane and they have to order it to come from New York or Atlanta, someplace. He said it was on the way, so we waited, and then after it was repaired, the plane took off. When we got to Atlanta now, in the area ready to land, plane start descending. Then it got to a point where it start raising back up, and circulating the air, was going around, circling the air rather, and was going around up there, and we could still look down and see the airport, you could see the landing strip. You could see a lot of planes were landing and taxiing to the side. We could see that. And then we saw the attendants, they're running around in the plane looking fearful, and they were really afraid. You could see the fright in their faces. And then they made the announcement that they were looking to land, but it would appear that they wanted them to go to another city. The plane was a 757, and it apparently couldn't land in that small city, in that small airport, wherever that city was, near to Atlanta. And so, anyway, the plane get clearance, and so they start asking us the government have to have emergency landing, and so we must slide out at the emergency exit. Slide out, they're going to put the slider down, and I'm starting worrying about, because I had some knee surgeries about a week or two before that, and I was wondering how I'm going to slide on with my crutches and everything like that. But anyway, we didn't have to do that. We came out on the plane after I landed in Atlanta. Concourse A, gate 4. And we saw there, my brothers, few people standing around the monitor looking up, and smoke was coming from a building. And they said, "What's going on?" And they say, "A plane just ran into one of the Twin Towers in New York." I said, "What?" I said, "Where's the plane?" And they said, "The plane is inside in the tower." I said, "Plane in the tower?" And they said, "Yes, I see the smoke coming." But we thought it was some little, them little Cessnas, single engine plane. No, they said it was a huge plane. And my brothers, why were they standing looking? My brothers, my sisters. There came another plane circling. We thought it was passing, going someplace, it circled, and it came. And we noticed that it was coming closer and closer to the tower. And lo and behold, the plane went and hit the tower. At this point now, people start panicking and running. Then the announcement came over the the microphone thing that they have in the airport, telling us, is everybody, all passengers, and workers, everybody, clear the terminal. No need to panic. My brothers and my sisters, I was at gate 4. To get out of the airport, to get to the train, you have to go up to gate right around at the way 18, so right around close to gate 40, between 14 and 18, or 15 and 18, where B crosses A, and that's where we have to go. And I have to jump on one of those carts, Then my brothers and my sisters, by the time we were going down the escalator, people were fussing and crying and yelling insult to the people who looked like a native, East Indians and Muslim people. If you were Muslim, they were throwing insult at them. They were saying things, they were calling them terrorists and so on. But finally, my brothers, we were able to get out. And we got down, they got a car, got out into Atlanta. And Peachtree and everywhere closed down. All the government building closed. Then we heard that the Pentagon was hit. Then we heard that the plane crashed in Pennsylvania. And all of this was very troublesome, you know, and people are fearful. People were running and crazy. But, you know, my time is up, my brothers, and I have to continue in this session. But please, you know, as I said, walk with the King today and be a blessing to someone. Shalom.